I'll probably be out of SF tomorrow.
Is that right?
Stony. Just switching it up, you know what I mean?
Where are you going to go and park for that one?
Brentwood. And I know you don't like the 82, but in the summer,
the 82 is fun in the summer.
it's not a bad route. And guess what I'll be getting on the key?
I know.
Yeah. But hey, if it's another bus to add to the fleet, I guess that's a win.
Yeah.
And I haven't done a Nova for a while, so. Oh, I saw a couple 4-car trains on the red line yesterday.
Oh, did you?
They're dispatching a few 4-car trains out of Hasbro.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why they're not doing it on the blue line.
Well, the red line always seems to get... Yes, so
I didn't want to be like Bob, though. You were probably laughing at me if I was going to be late.
It's okay.
A lot of rain again next week for the beginning.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Well, this is the most precipitation month here.
Yeah.
And we've got lots of precipitation so far. How is this one? Better brakes?
Oh, yeah, this one's good.
I got an old 7900 yesterday. I'm from Somerset to Fish Creek.
Oh, okay.
You had 80/90 on this run yesterday, right?
I can't remember what one I had to write it down.
I know it because I can see you're on Transit 55.
I didn't write it down, so I don't know what bus I had yesterday. It was 80-something.
I know it wasn't in Excelsior, though.
No.
What did they give you this morning? Yeah.
And it had red seats.
Yeah. Then you had 90 as well.
79.90. Whatever one I seen in the video of.
Yeah.
79.90, yeah. It had red seats.
Well, I guess it's not like 2090. 2090 and the 90 series transit fleet. The U2 car 2090 is the most comfortable in the 90 series.
Yeah.
Imagine if Calgary Transit ran those for 50 hours straight now. They probably wouldn't make it.
I don't think so.
That would be a good experiment, though.
Yeah.
If you want your brakes to overheat.
Do them 24 hours a day during Stampede.
All the brakes get so hot on them poor old things.
Yeah.
You're probably shocked that they were even running by this point.
I seen a couple of single cars yesterday with driver trainers in them, so.
Imagine if I was one of them helping operate it. one day if I ever get to do it, I'm gonna film myself in the cab if I got special permission. Blow the Honda horn. They have Honda horns on there. It sounds like something off of a Civic. How were the kids yesterday? Give me the scoop.
The first batch were really good. The ones I picked up on my last trip were just horrible. I had to stop my bus a couple of times to tell them to sit down.
You're kidding, really?
Oh, they were just brutal.
I'm up at 10 o'clock tomorrow again.
Oh, that's right. You gotta go to school.
And I'm not doing work. I got a conference call tonight for my speech though. So, I'm gonna do that. She's gonna scribe my speech and they'll have it printed out.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably be leaving at 11 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Their thing actually starts 10 minutes before lunch, so I'll get there and check in.
Oh, right on. Oh, that'll be good. You'll have fun doing that.
Imagine if they give you a Nova tomorrow on this run. That's been known to happen though, oddly enough, if you need a change off.
Well, that's it.
Have you ever driven a Stony bus working out of spring? Sometimes.
No.
I know you've driven a VP bus on your spring run.
Yes. I've driven the first 4 buses that they had, the natural gas. I've driven all of those, but they were still out of Spring Gardens.
Yeah.
I wish they would give you the XM40 though. They're so fun.
It was good. Busy. Yeah.
You get a handful of kids, right?
Yeah, but they'll get off at 68 Avenue. So.
Imagine if you had to take them all the way downtown.
And they're pretty quiet, so they're okay.
Imagine if you got a load of 60 kids.
Oh, God. No, some schools are okay, but other ones are just...
What school runs have you done that are alright? I know there's EP Scarlet.
Yeah, those are good kids.
There's...
I used to do Fowler when the buses went to Fowler, but my daughters were on the bus.
There's Central Ogden, that's 732.
Yeah.
There's 733 North Central Ogden.
I've done Present Mike's.
Does that go to 78?
No, I did the one that went up into McHugh and Independent Valley.
I'm thinking of what is it? 748 I know goes up to 78th Avenue.
And I've done Queen Elizabeth and Churchill. I've done quite a few ones.
Queensland is good. There's a couple Queensland school runs.
Okay.
Because that's Queensland because it goes around Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, okay. I think the best school run I ever did was about, it lasted 10 minutes.
You must have had a big load though.
No, I picked up the kids at Queen Elizabeth High School on 5th Avenue in Kensington, and I drove them to Sunnyside Station. It's about a 5-minute drive.
Awesome.
We've It was awesome.
Imagine if you're doing a school run with Bob on it, how much noisier it would be. He might be back to his regular routing now this week.
I guess I should text him and see if he's
Have you done Vic Park school runs? I imagine you have. But the thing about that, you're spending more time out of service coming from the garage than you are in service. But I imagine you've gotten a school run and went to do a rush hour piece before.
Yeah.
Say, for example, you do a school run, then you go do the 98, the 453, and the
Yeah, I did.
156.
When I did the Queen Elizabeth drive, I did that, and then I went and did the 89, and then I had to go downtown and do the 160.
So it's not like you would rather have that where you're in service for a few hours.
Yeah, but a lot of time you're just chopping and changing runs. I guess we'll find out.
Another day at the Calgary Transit office. Oh, did I ever tell you about this company in Nassau County? Nice Bus. They don't maintain their buses. They send them out with oil and antifreeze leak and let the drivers drive them.
Oh, is that right?
Isn't that insane?
That's great.
And they're so poorly maintained that the buses catch fire. And you know what? They can get brand new buses in. A week into service it breaks down because they don't maintain them.
Wow. That's crazy.
And they don't put any fill buses to fill the runs when buses break down. So they get overcrowded.
Oh, wow. That's just crazy.
Nice Bus, they call it too. That's the company. And they have to drive with the doors open sometime because the bus overheats. Like you can hear the engine and you can touch where the engine is with your hand and you could fry a pancake on it.
Yeah.
And they can't even get maximized service out of their buses because they don't maintain them. Right?
That's terrible.
At least our mechanics at Calgary Transit do a half-decent job.
Yeah, they do actually do a pretty good job.
I'll put their hats off to them. They're the ones that keep the buses and trains on the track.
Oh, sure they are.
Imagine if Nice Bus had Novas, they would have problems with them anywhere.
Oh, yeah, sure.
have nothing.
What about that?
I have nothing to say anymore.
I'm just watching for people across the street waiting for the other bus, but.
You know that transit app that you told me to download? I have it, and if the bus is late, it crosses out the time, and it said it'll be here at whatever time.
Yeah.
They need a fill bus though. You can't have this route running once an hour.
No.
You would just be getting converted though. But the bus is alright. I think it was a breakdown myself. Pardon?
It's not as busy as what I thought it was going to be.
Maybe they just walk though too. They The other 127 was doing fine all day, and then it just, or for the part of the day, I should say.
Yeah.
Was the driver there?
Yeah.
He was just flying.
Yeah, he passed 3 cars. Get here and stop.
What time is she going to Lethbridge tonight? What time is she going to Lethbridge tonight?
After work. She worked from 9 till 5 and she's leaving at 5:30. She's leaving after she's done work at 5:30.
That would be nice to meet her someday.
Pardon?
That would be nice to meet her someday.
Oh yeah, we'll meet the kitchen.
You can tell what a troublemaker I am. Oh, people must have just took the train from Barlow too because they're so fed up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not. I figured there'd be lots of people waiting, but there's not. That's okay.
Then again, they just probably walked
Yeah.
or took another bus. Imagine if they built a train track here and I could run the trains through here. Any train I wanted to. Notice the suspension's a little rougher in this one.
Yeah.
That's the only thing though. Kind of goes over the bumps a little more aggressive.
Yeah, you can hear it a bit better. I don't think it went to the other. It has it in one of those side streets, so it must be going to start it over a long time coming this way. Is it still showing it as on the, as gray?
Attendance unavailable, it says. Or something unavailable when it says it's gray. You show up at,
Yeah,
you show up as gray sometimes.
yeah. But I know when I first checked it, it was green and it was on time, so I have no idea what they're doing.
But they started off late though because I had to wait for a change
Yeah,
off.
for sure, yeah.
Waiting for change offs can be frustrating sometimes.
Well, yeah.
Especially if you're up in the northwest and you need a change off from spring. But you can always ask control to get a fill-in run as well if you're too far out. Is like or you can request a bus from VP if you're too far out.
Yeah, well, they'll just send whoever's the closest available.
Because they'll do a Park bus if they absolutely have to. Or one from Stony even. Say if you're up doing a 31 and you break down and need a change off, you can just get a Stony guy to do it if he's up in the northwest.
Yeah, because they'll ask for a fill bus and it could be anybody in your area that's empty or out of service.
They do that with Anderson buses too. When Anderson was open, they ask an Anderson driver to fill in a VP run, for example.
Yeah. We'll go get drivers that want to do overtime. Yeah.
That's what I would do if I was running this system. It would be the more efficient way to keep buses rolling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then
whatever the fill guy can do, he can take the bus from Stony back to Spring Gardens, the driver who needs to be taken back. Man, them pickup buses must be something. You got drivers coming back and just starting work.
Oh, yeah.
When the last bus comes in.
Yes. They have take-home buses as well that take the drivers home as well.
Spring as well, right?
Yes. Like sometimes the pickup bus will do the take-home bus and then pick people up.
That are just starting work.
Yeah, they'll take people home, well, to their cars, and then they'll take people.
Because I know one of the first service buses that come out of VP and go into service is the 14 at like 4:05 in the morning.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I really wish they had 4 sign up for you. That would have been nice to do the 4.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they, put a different bus on, like a bus out of Spring on a VP run all day. If a VP driver can't make it in, a bus out of Spring comes to do the run all day. I've seen Spring buses do VP school runs as well.
Oh, yeah.
He'll never be on time with that bus though, no matter how hard he tries.
Doing pretty good, though.
Yeah. Imagine if he had a Jimmy. How late he would be. I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, it's got a few hills on this bus where you're trying to get up.
Oh, but you would hear that engine scream, and so I would be really happy. She must be getting off of work soon, your daughter.
Well, she's done at 5:30, I think. And she's just, well, she's at Callaway. She's just going to go leave, then from there and go down the back way, go down to Lethbridge. So.
Imagine if I made it storm down there. I can control all the weather in Alberta. I would make it storm for the wedding.
Oh, well, I don't think they want that.
How about a severe thunderstorm warning? I've seen unexpected storms come into Calgary in the summer when they're not calling for it. Those are probably the worst ones, the unexpected ones.
Well, that's what the one that you got all the hail damage from a couple of years ago.
Well, they were calling for storms all day, but not that intense.
No, and I guess we're two fronts met each other over where we are, and they never had time to get up and see the clouds or whatever. So.
But if I wanted to release some energy, she would be a pretty angry storm.
Yes.
The wind was bad too, and everything was flooded.
Yeah.
Thanks for slowing down on the train track.
Yeah, I'm paying attention.
Bus is really smooth otherwise.
Yeah, this road is so bumpy. It's just.
Try going down 6th Ave and you tell me how you feel.
It's horrible. I do that every morning and it's just horrible.
So I get to come for the roller coaster ride, but
Yeah. Especially between 4th and. It doesn't matter how slow you drive, it's still bumpy.
so there was a couple of 2s you could have done as well, right?
Yeah.
But then you're starting early in the morning.
No, it was afternoons, but you had to. I would have had to take my car to Spring Gardens and then get downtown to take.
You could have done an all-night key, but then
Yeah.
like take the bus from the garage at 2:30, in service for 3 o'clock down at Clarny. But then you wouldn't go out of service till like 24:16 or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe, you know, the guy who gets the bus gets it from the garage, but then you would have to take it over downtown, probably.
Yeah, because I had to take it over downtown, both of them.
But doing all night keys, you wouldn't be home till. You would have to take the bus back to the garage. You wouldn't be home till 1 in the morning.
No, these ones finished about 9 o'clock. One finished at 9 and one finished at.
But I'm saying now, if you did it an all night key, you wouldn't be home till after 1 in the morning.
I know, I can't do that anymore.
What if I gave you a bunch of Slurpees? Hey, I'll stay on the bus with you all night.
There's not enough bathrooms if you gave me that things.
Is there some bathrooms on the 2 you could use?
78th Avenue, there's a couple of Timmy's, I guess.
Yeah.
Or 7-Eleven.
You can get your coffee there then. Two's a long route.
It is.
And you're in service at like 5 in the morning. 5:30 in the morning.
Excuse me.
The retarder's a little bit downhill, but even that's not bad.
No, it's actually pretty nice.
Oh, remember 8086? I didn't like that retarder. You know how it doesn't matter what bus you drive, sometimes the retarders are choppy.
Well, some of them just grab. As soon as you take your foot off the gas, they just grab.
This one grabs a little bit, but it's not bad.